Hi, Gahan. Okay. So, hi everyone. Sorry for the delay. Let's wait for 2 more minutes and then I will start the session. Hope my voice is clear. Can anybody confirm, please, in the chat? Okay. Thanks for that. All right. So, yeah. So this series, we are going to focus on advanced Excel component. So, so actually in O11 we call it as advanced Excel, but in ODC it's called Excel underscore library. I will put the link in the chat. So it's similar to O11. Some of the structure names and some functionality is little bit different, but it's similar to O11. Who have worked on like most of the people who have worked on this advanced Excel component has a lot of features. We can add a multiple Excel sheet. We can add a cell. We can add formulas. We can most of the clients they will expect advanced operation on the exported excel sheet, or maybe they will have a existing excel sheet. On top of it they want to add the content. Maybe the existing system, for example, they have some predefined template. Okay, they don't want to change it, because if you use a normal excel export operation, you will get a just it will have some headers and the records will come in the rows, right? But what if you want to add some information on top of the data, like what is the excel sheet, when it maybe you want to insert the date, or you want to insert the graph or something, you want to insert the image or something, right? So if you want to do that, right, then this component is very useful. So I just shared the link. Excel library, it's called Excel library in ODC. So it's similar only. So this series we are going to focus on this component. So it's going to be a demo series. So we will explain how to use each action. So how to use workbook create, how to use workbook get properties, what advantage you will get out of it. So we will show the demo. So today demo is going to focus on worksheet, how to create a worksheet, how to set the property for the worksheet, how to download the worksheet, right? And how you can create multiple sheet in a workbook, right? So those things we are going to cover, how to protect the worksheet. So those things today we are going to cover. The remaining sessions, it will like later on, based on the schedule, right? Like based on the each content, each session description, you can check our Chennai user group link. We have listed down all the 5 sessions we are going to conduct and post on part of this master class. So you can go through the content. And I want to share one more good news. So so at the end of this master class, you will receive a voucher, exam voucher. So we are discussing with our system team about it. So everyday participants is very important. So after this session, right, so you can try from your side. So everybody's having the ODC free edition. You can try whatever we are covering in the session today, and you can share the OML to the LinkedIn, to ask via LinkedIn, or maybe I will share the email and Krishnambal email in the chat. So based on the time you are submitting and based on the quality of the code, we will select the winner for each master class session. Okay, at the end of the master class, we will announce the winners who is going to get the voucher. Okay, and let me share my screen. Okay, hope my screen is visible. All right. So this is the component Excel underscore library in ODC, and this is the component what we are currently 11. This is a very popular component. Okay, so here you can see, so it's most of the similar. You can go through this documentation also. What is workbook? What is worksheet? What are the different structure we are having? So you can go through this. Okay, this is the ODC version of the same component. So this one only we are going to cover today. So this is the overview. You can go through this, and there are some limitations. And okay, so the each action requires an input Excel file, and the output will be in Excel file. We can't pass the URL like in O11. In O11, you can also pass the URL. Okay, open an existing Excel file. You can pass the URL also, and it can be open. But here, only binaries are not. Only you can pass the binary, and it will be the binary. You can't pass. You can't open. You can't try to open a Excel sheet from a URL. Okay. So in that case, you have to save the file somewhere, in maybe in the resources folder, or you have to save the file in the entity, and you have to pass the binary to the action, and then you can do whatever you want, and then you can get the output as a binary, and then if you want you can download it, or you can again save it in the entity. So this is the okay, this is the main limitation, I would say, compared to 11. And okay, so this one is related to the sheet, so that's why I'm covering this. So the remaining things, when we are going to cover the formatting, right, so that time we will explain what it is for today's session. So this is the limitation. Okay, so now we are going to see how we can use different workbook operations. Okay, so I have installed the workbook library here. Sorry. Okay, so Excel utility. So you can see here. Let me show you. Okay, so Excel library. Okay, so I have for the session, I have consumed all the actions and all the structure. So this is how you can consume it. So once you install the Excel library from the Forge, you can just to consume like this. You can search for the library name here, and then you can select whatever operation you want to perform, or if you want, or you can consume everything. Once you added once you finish your development, you can remove the unused element. You can add the dependencies. So now I will show once you add the dependency, how it will look like. Okay, so this is the one Excel library. It is having many cell operation, column operation, data, how to add the image, how to add the worksheet, workbook, right? And then how you can delete the worksheet, how you get the worksheet, how you can rename the worksheet. So we are going to cover whatever related to the workbook and worksheet. So those things only we are going to cover. Okay. So let me create a new screen, and then I will show you. Then it will be quickly. Maybe one action I will create a screen, and then I will show you, and then I will show you the existing code whatever I have developed. Okay, so workbook. So imagine you want to create a workbook in the runtime. Okay, the user wants to enter the different worksheet name. For example, you want to create a workbook. Workbook is like, Excel file that is called workbook, and worksheet means Excel file can multiple sheets, right? It can have 10 sheet, or it can have 5 sheets with a different name, right? So that is called worksheet. So imagine the customer wants to create two worksheet in a workbook, and he wants to create time dynamically. He wants to enter the workbook name as well as worksheet name from the screen, and then he will, later on he will insert the data. Okay, and then he want to download it. So he wants to control the complete operation. Okay, so imagine he's going to enter, he's going to put a name for workbook, and he also wants to put a sheet name as well. He wants to create a workbook. Okay, so let me do that. So I am adding one input. So here he will enter the workbook name. Okay, so okay, here he is going to enter the workbook name. Okay, in a workbook he can add multiple worksheets. Okay, so multiple worksheets, right? So maybe you can put a list, and you can add, you can give the, okay, maybe I will put a list, and I will create a, okay, list of sheets. Okay, so instead of expression, use the input here. One minute. Okay, so here I will share sheets dot current. Okay, so here the prompt will be sheet. So I want to put the number also. Okay, so enter sheet. I want to put the sheet number also dynamically. So sheets dot, sorry, sheets dot current row number. So current row number, so start 0, right? So I will say current row number plus 1. Okay, so enter sheet 1, enter sheet 2, like that. Okay, and then I will say name. Okay, so this is going to be my prompt. So enter sheet 1 name, enter sheet 2 name. So let me wrap this in a container. Okay, so for both the, and so this one also I put in a container, and this one also I put in a container. And I want to add a proper margin, so I'm adding this margin container class. Okay, so now it's looking good. So here he will enter the workbook name, and here he is going to enter the sheet name. Okay, so after that what will happen, right? So how he can create it. So yeah, the names, everything. So now I'm adding the button. Okay, sorry for that. So now I'm adding a button. Okay, so this one also I'm wrapping in a container and putting the class. Okay, so create workbook. So here inside that, okay, which action I have to call. Okay, so you can see it's very easy. So you can see there is an action called workbook create. So if you see, it's a list, worksheet list. Workbook is a single file, right? And under the file it can have multiple sheets, so that's why it's a list. And then once you feed this information, you can see what is the name, what is the index, right? And then you can even set hex code for each tab. So imagine there is an Excel file, it is having multiple sheets, right? Maybe you want to classify each sheet, right, with a different code. Maybe you want one sheet in red color, one sheet in green color, one sheet in gray color, right? So that also possible. Okay, so now I'm going to use this operation, but since I want to create a multiple sheets, and my sheet names it is in the sheet, this, this local variable, I'm going to use a for loop. Okay, so for loop, and here I will expand this. Okay, so I'm going to construct, sorry, I will not expand this. I'm going to construct that list. Okay, okay, so that list, this is the data type for that action worksheets, right? So let me create a local variable now. So copying this, in this action paste as local variable. Okay, so now I'm going to construct this. Okay, so or I will, what I will do is I will keep it as a not a list, just on a worksheet. Okay, and then I will assign and create. So, and I will put a for loop here, and sheets here only I'm having the name. So now I'm going to construct this element and then I will create worksheets. Okay, so first I'm creating the worksheet. Okay, will be the current row number plus one, right? So so sheets dot, this one only I'm looping. So current row number plus one. So first it will say one, and then two, and then three, like that. And work name, that is coming that is there in the sheets dot current, right? So there only we are entering the name. And color hex code, for now I'm just putting gray for everything. Okay, so you have to put 6-digit hex code. Okay, and this is single worksheet, and then I will append this information into a list, local list called worksheets. Okay, so here I'm appending it. Okay, so what is, for example, my sheet name is sheet 1 and sheet 2. So only in I'm entering the name in the UI, so that will come here. I'm assigning the index, and then I'm dynamically assigning based on the list list index, and then I'm putting the name whatever the user entered from the client side, and I'm putting the hex code as even if you want to control this hex code, you can even have put parameter for hex code, and then I'm appending to a sheet list. Now I will correction and pass the information. Okay, so once this is created, we want to see, right, whether it's working fine or not. So what I do is, once it's created, I will just download it and we will see how it is coming. Okay, so this is the file, and I will say work. Yeah, sorry, here the file name is, we want dynamic, right? So the file name he is entering here. So workbook name dot xlx. Okay, so like this I'm having now. So let's check this one. All right, so I'm publishing this. Hope my voice is clear. Can somebody confirm? Screen quality is very sorry. Now is it fine? The screen quality is good. Are you able to see my screen properly? Sorry, I missed this. Just give me a minute. Is it better still same? Just a moment. Is it better now? Hello? Is it better now? Let me go to the studio. Please confirm. Hello? Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. All right. So now let me go to the studio and I will tell again. Okay. Just a quick recap. So I am having an input for the admin to enter the workbook name, and he can also enter the sheet name, which will come under the workbook. Okay. So we are using a list, text list, and then when he click on the create workbook, so whatever sheet name he is entering, right? We are constructing the structure. So what is the index? What is the sheet name? And then color hex code for now we are keeping it in gray. And then we are calling this action. Okay. So we are passing this one. So this action is having expecting this input. So here you can see you can pass the index and name and the hex code of the tab. Okay. And then for testing purpose I'm using the download button, download icon. So now let's see how it is working. Okay. All right. Okay, it's a list for now. Okay, 1 minute. So for now what I will do is I will enter two worksheets forcefully in the instead of add button, I will just add forcefully two element to the sheet. Check. வேணாம் நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன். சரி சரி போயிடும். So in the on initialize, for now I'm adding this, but if you want, you can put a plus icon and you can append an empty element, and then you can ask them to enter the sheet name, or you can even use a form for entering the sheet one name. Okay, and then when they click on plus again, the form will be reset. Okay, so you can do however you want, but for now I'm just appending two elements here, and it will come in a list, and then I will put a sheet name, and then I will create a worksheet. Okay, it's published now, so let's check it now. Okay, so the workbook name I am using test workbook. Okay, and you can see enter sheet one name and enter sheet, actually it should say, I think I'm not putting the formula properly. Okay, so it's using like that, so 0 1 like that, so I think I have to put a bracket, so then it will come like 0 plus 1. Anyway, so let me put a sheet name and then we will check it. So sheet 1 or sheet test sheet 1 and then test sheet 2. Okay, so I'm just creating it. So you can see here I want the name whatever I kept, right? Test workbook. So that is coming properly. I'm saving this Excel sheet, and we will see whether it is having the two sheet with the name of two test sheet 1 and test sheet 2. So let me open that. So you can see here, right? Test sheet 1 and test sheet 2. And whatever color we put, that is also coming properly. Okay. Mm. So yeah, so like this you can create a workbook with the multiple worksheets. Okay, so now if you want to set the property of the workbook, right? So for example, I created two workbook before this call. I will show you the code since we have less time. So you can see here this workbook, right? So whatever I have created 852. So before this call, you can see it is not having any author name and all. It is just having type, size, file location, that's it, right? But what if you want to add more detail to the workbook? For example, see here, title, test Excel sheet, authors Hathi, right? Categories, test category. So like this, if you want to add more information to your Excel sheet, right? So sometimes it is very useful who created, like some customers may ask this one, right? Test manager, you can see test manager, right? And everything. So like this, how we can add the property to the Excel sheet. So that one I will show you. So since we have less time, I will show you the existing code and I will explain the code. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so this is a another one screen I have created. So you can see we can set the title, author, comments, company, subject, okay, manager or category keywords, and create a worksheet. So while creating a worksheet itself, you can assign what is the title you want, what who is the author, what command you want, everything you can keep it, and even you can protect the worksheet as well. Okay, so we are going to see what I done for this is, so for this, right? So for this, for setting the properties, we are having an action called workbook set property. So if you see the input of this one, right? So you have to pass the Excel binary. So and then you have to pass the property. So in the property, these are the information we are having. Okay, so what I did is I created one local variable of the same input type, and then I use the form for entering these information. Okay, and when they create it in the create logic, right? So after this workbook created, so this one only we saw just now. So for now I am, for in the screen I'm just passing the workbook name like this. Just I am just creating a single sheet. Okay, index is one and this is the sheet name, and here only I'm setting the properties. Okay, whatever they are entering from the form, right? The title, author, category, whatever, right? So I am setting the properties using this option. So as I said before, so, in each action, right? So input and output will be, most of the places it's a Excel binary. So you have to pass the Excel binary. So what I'm doing is whatever Excel I'm creating using this action, that one I'm passing as the input, and I am setting the properties from the local variable which was entered by the by the user from the client side, right? And I'm also having the worksheet product here. So I want to product the sheet with this password for now. Okay, and then I am just creating the sheet, and I'm just keep it in a local variable. You can save it in an entity also. For now I'm just keep it in a local variable, and when they click on download, right, so that time it will be downloaded. So if you see the download workbook, we are passing this new workbook.xlx, right? So I'm just keeping the name statically, and whatever value we are getting out of this create x worksheet action, right, that I'm saving in a local variable, that one I am using as a binary in my download operation. Okay, created Excel file. So this is the screen I have created. So I will show you the demo. Okay, so worksheet name, test sheet, or maybe test book. Okay, and title Hati, or title testing, author Hati I'm keeping. Okay, maybe, and then category and manager I'm assigning. Okay, testing manager, testing category. For now I'm putting this information. We will see how the property of the Excel sheet is coming. Okay, so I'm just creating the worksheet. Okay, so just I'm showing the message successfully created, and the value will be saved in a local variable created Excel file, right? So there it will be saved. Okay, I'm creating Excel sheet, I'm setting the properties, and I'm protecting with the password, and then I am saving in a local variable. Now I am going to download it. So when I click on this download workbook, okay, so workbook name I'm keeping static only, but whatever they are entering here, right, that is a sheet name. Okay, test book. So we will see how it is coming. Let me open this. Before opening, right, so we will see whether the properties are coming fine or not. So you can see the title is testing. That's what I put. It's coming. Author is Hati. Okay, and then you can see the category, that is testing category, and I put testing manager, right? That also will come. So you can see the manager is testing category, author is Hati, title is testing. So like this, category is testing category. So like this, we can set the property using that operation action. Okay, so now, okay, the product password is not working. You can see it. I just to open it. No, no, sorry, I have not opened it yet. So let me open this. Yeah, it's opening without any password production. Right now, let me. What I will do is, here in the worksheet product there is a boolean called, okay, is protected. Okay, so let me set as true. Okay, now let's see whether it's working fine or not. So let me reload the screen. So book name one, maybe. Title is um Aarti test two. Everywhere I'm going to keep the same. Aarti test two. Category. Manager. Category. Worksheet. And download. 1 minute. Worksheet. Okay. I think I am okay. I'm see. You can see here the local variable. I am not taking from the output of this operation. That's why this confusion is happening. So let me assign it properly. So whatever the protected sheet, right? The protected Excel binary, I am assigning to a local variable now. So now let's test it again.